Vámonos. Welcome back, Miss Brittany Sherrod. You know, we're in the middle of a celebration. You was breaking us down like how your day has been and like.
My sponsor called me and then my phone died. So.
Oh wow! See, that's a weird coincidence. Yeah, I don't know.
A little bit. Yeah. You know what though? I'll tell you the truth. I haven't been working with him long. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like and by that I mean I just asked him to be my sponsor yesterday.
Oh.
I knew that my year was coming up.
Right.
And I said, maybe I need someone to hold my hand through the next year or two.
Right. Oh, okay.
You know, with AA, they've got all these steps and traditions and things. Mm-hmm. And I've been very dedicated to being sober, but I haven't necessarily shown a great deal of interest in that program. Okay. But I think one of the things that really helps me is just having community around me. Like, you know, a lot of my good friends I met through stand-up and, you know, I just want to be able to have, it does seem like my life is compartmentalized, but I don't necessarily mean to do it. Like I've got church friends, I have comedy friends.
Oh my God.
And now I have AA friends. Oh my God.
What's next, ladies and gentlemen?
Friends from down below. Friends from the other side. No, but yeah, I definitely, it helps. It helps me as a young person and as technically I'm a baby in sobriety. I'm 1 year old, you know, so
yeah.
They consider it a rebirth. So it's definitely like, I like your little emojis. That's what's
yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, when I get good news, I'm addicted to the emoji. Yeah.
That's fun.
So, oh, sweet. You can do it too.
Can I?
Yeah.
Reactions. Look, mine are, do you see mine's brown?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm blackity black.
Yo, funny that you mentioned that. There was this girl, African American, you know, princess. What else I gotta say to not be in trouble? ISIS.
You're good. You're stop right there. Say no more.
My ice queen, you know, Nubian. You know. We sisters, so I reached out. I reached out to her, and then at the end, I did like the thank you, but it was the yellow, you know, thank you. And she hits me back like, excuse me, can you do me a favor? When you're gonna thank me, could you use the brown emoji? Thank you. And being that I didn't know, like I'm very sensitive to the issues, you know, I was like, I had to apologize. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that was a thing, you know.
Is she a comedian?
Huh?
Is she a comedian?
Yeah.
Maybe she was just messing with you.
No, she was serious.
For real?
You know who it was? Stephanie McRae.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Are you sure she wasn't kidding? She's hilarious.
Yeah, she wasn't kidding.
Oh, 1 second. Hey, Trish, can I come back to you in a little bit? I'm sorry.
You need a minute? Go ahead to handle your business.
Yeah.
Handle your business. Go handle your business. Your day. It's your day.
Here you go, Trisha.
Yeah. Live Zooming, guys. This is live coming to you live from Brooklyn.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Brittany Sherrod, very funny comedian.
Oh my gosh.
Look her up. Big fan of her.
It's my birthday today, so my friend came.
Big fan of her.
Giving me all the treats. Like I need. How are you? Good.
Yeah, so folks, so hope everyone's safe.
Tino, I'm coming, don't leave. My friend.
Yeah, no worries. I'm cool. Can we see you? Can we see the cake? I think the audience wants to see the cake.
I'm coming.
I said bring the cake.
Okay, I'll bring it. I'm going to show the whole world this. That's amazing. Yes. Yum. Thank you so much. Yes. Have a nice day. Bless you. Bless you. You're welcome. Oh, all right. Oh my God. I'm going to get fat. Okay.
Come on. That's not
yes,
bad.
with the glasses. Okay, so that was my neighbor. We gave each other food.
Oh, wow.
So she made me bread pudding.
Oh, that looks delicious. I love bread pudding.
It's
one of those slimy desserts that I'm like, I like that.
It's like the okra of desserts.
Yeah, exactly.
And so this is the cake that my other friend got me.
Oh.
It was a unicorn.
It was a what? It was a what? You broke up.
It was a unicorn. It was a unicorn.
Oh, very nice.
A rainbow. Like we talked about this before Rona had even come into mind. And I was like, when my sobriety birthday comes, I'm going to throw a 1-year-old's birthday party. It's going to be colors, and we're going to play pin the tail on the donkey and have a piñata and like have a kids party for myself for my 1 year. And she remembered what I said about the rainbow cake, and so she bought me a rainbow cake.
Oh.
It was as cool as her cousin made it. Shout out. I'm going to send information. Like when we post this, I'm going to tag her.
Right.
This cake is so good. That's why I was like, let me give the mailman a piece, because he don't know what's up. He don't know what's up after this cake.
He's not gonna look at you the same after.
He really isn't. He's gonna be bringing me my mail like, where's she at?
He's gonna be knocking the door like, Mel. I know it's junk mail, but
Mailman.
Yeah. No, your cake. You were talking about the cake. 1 year.
My cake. 1 year. Come back.
Yeah. Unicorn. There's one more. It was one more, right?
It's okay. Well, it'll come back if it's important. It'll come back. The cake. Oh, the cake. So delicious. It's so good. So I was gonna bake myself a chocolate cake. But this thing is, I'm going to try not to eat this. I think God knew I was going to eat this. So he said, let me get the neighbor to bring her bread pudding, because I'm going to save that for my little sister. She comes by and visits with me. We social distance hang.
Oh, good. Okay.
Every once in a while. And then,
So have you had visitors come by and stuff like that?
Just my sister and my homegirl from church. We're actually working on a podcast ourselves. We're still building the content.
Okay.
But it's going to be all about mental health and self-care and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
And she's amazing. Like, she's one of those people, I met her and we were friends instantly. Like,
oh, wow.
And so it's funny because most of my friends are old friends, and that includes you. Like, I've known you for like 8 years, Tina. Do you know this? Like,
yes.
So
when you was a little baby comic,
Little baby comic, yeah. Little tiny, little treat.
A diaper dandy, though. A diaper dandy.
Yeah, you were, as a matter of fact.
Uh-oh.
I think I saw you maybe like, I had gone to because at the time I was working in Midtown, so I was going to all these mics in Manhattan, and it's, it's a lot of like white guys. And so I said, I gotta go where the black people go. So I went to, I think it was this really funny comic, D. Was it Ken Boyd? It was this
black guy?
Black duo. It was in Bed-Stuy. Deep in Bed-Stuy.
Oh.
And of course, because I used to drink so much, I don't remember everything. Everything's pretty foggy. But I do remember you throwing yourself, like I saw you at this mic. It was my first black mic.
I'm sorry. I apologize from now.
Rashad Bashir was there. That was my first time ever seeing someone at a mic kill. I was like, oh, okay. So That's what's up.
Big ups to Rashad. Big ups to Rashad.
Big ups. I'm gonna make a reaction too.
Yeah.
That's my baby. That's my baby. And but strictly platonic in case this girlfriend watches this.
Nah. You're gonna get emails. You're gonna get emails.
She can take me. So she's younger than me, and so. But you got up. I feel like there was a situation where you took your pants off and you maybe were pretending to poop in a bucket. Does this sound familiar to you? Do you remember doing this? And you like threw yourself to the ground, and I was like, now who's this dude? And
did I tell you I was drinking too?
I'm drooling. I was like, who's this man? Who let this crackhead into this mic?
I get that a lot.
Yeah. But then I saw you at another mic, and I was like, oh, he's actually a stand-up. He's not just some crackhead that roams into... I need some attention, everyone. Look at me.
It depends on the day that you catch me. It depends, that
but not for nothing. It was funny, but I just, because I was new, I was like, what is going on here? Oh, man.
Is this comedy or a cry for help? We're just a thin line. It's a thin line.
It is often a thin line. Yeah. People can have their pants all the way on, and they can still be a thin line.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, let me explain the joke so people don't think that.
No, don't explain it.
No.
When Rona's over, you have to go see Tino perform live. Support your local artists.
There you go. See, I need 1,000 more like you. I give it all away. I give it away for free. Story of my life.
Don't do it, Poppy. Don't do it.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for always giving me. You used to run that mic, Lower East Side. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you ran that mic. You and Kenny.
Kenny Warren?
Yeah, or at least you DJ'd it.
Yeah,
It must have been you because
I've had a few mics. So
yeah, because you used to always play booty popping songs for me whenever it was my turn to go up, and I was like, I feel like Tino knows that I don't listen to this kind of music. I would be like desperately trying to twerk in a room full of comics who don't have jobs. Yeah, it was like 2 PM on a Wednesday.
Yeah, that was definitely my thing, my shtick. Like, get them early. You guys want to get on stage and tell jokes to a 40-year-old man. You want to. And
I do.
And I had it lined up.
I was in retail at the time, so if I had a weekday off, I would try to do like mics all day long, like the earliest mic to the latest mic.
That's why I always remembered you. You used to work at it, and my God, leaps and bounds. Like,
man,
when you started, when there was no pressure and you wasn't fucking around, that like I saw the raw. Because when you guys first start, we see like, oh shit, like this. If this stays on course, this is gonna be the next. You know what I mean? When you've been doing it a while and you see like, oh shit, but then you realize like this fucking thing fucks it up. You know what I mean? It's not you guys' fault.
You mean comedy?
Yes. I know who to blame. Don't worry, I know who to blame. But it's just one of the things. If things could have been dodged correctly in this freaking game.
I know. Well, you know what's interesting is like I'm gonna be 35. My actual born day is in July. So I'll be 35 this summer.
Yeah, happy birthday.
If I make it there.
Yeah, you will.
But I said, you know what? Stand-up isn't going anywhere. It might be different, but I just feel like, there's a part of life that I need to figure out. And once I have it, I'm going to go back. So I never really stopped calling myself a stand-up, even though I've only been on stage maybe twice in the last 12 months, maybe 3 times max.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
It's really like riding a bicycle. Believe it. Believe me. Trust me. Because you're a conversationist. You've always been a funny conversationist, and
Thank you.
that's the ABCs of comedy. You know what I mean?
So but you know what? One time I did a show. Shout out to Eugene Barnes. He's great.
Mm-hmm.
And like I did a show with him in Jersey at a school in Jersey City at a college,
Mm-hmm.
and
College gig.
yeah, it was cool. And it was like it was really intimate, and there was food and stuff, and it was cool. Like, and so I did jokes, and then I did a Q&A, and then there was a poet there, and so everyone did their thing. It was like very mixed artistry, singing.
Oh, nice.
It was cool. It was two comics, a poet and a singer. Yeah. And this kid, I guess he just heard the way I spoke.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was autistic.
Mm.
And he just wanted to talk to me. Like, he didn't care that there were other people in the room. He didn't care that I had a microphone. So I would say stuff, and then I would stop because that's the punchline. I'm giving people space to laugh. Right. And he would go, yeah, but, and he would just say stuff. And I was like, thank you, baby. Thank you for loving me.
Mama loves you. Mama loves you.
It was so funny. And then I was telling a joke about food, and at the time the food hadn't gotten there yet. Mm-hmm. I said something about food, and he said, stop, you're making me hungry.
Oh, no.
And then the food showed up during my set. I think they gave me like 20 minutes. So it was hard because I was trying not to bomb the entire 20 minutes, but it's like my punchlines couldn't land because my friend in the corner wanted to talk to me.
Your road companion, your road act companion.
I was like, this is the sweetest heckle I've ever gotten in my life.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I was like, well, you guys check me out. Come see my other shows and don't bring this guy.
Way to be a pro. Way to make it work. Touche to you.
I tried, but you know what though? When they did the Q&A, people were interested in me, so that was really cool. Like people were asking me questions. Right. My Q&A was longer than my set, so it made me feel like a celebrity.
Because you affected. Because see the way you handled the kid, the way you kept going for 20 minutes, people probably were like mind blown. How would they have handled that moment? You know what I mean? How would that? And you handled it very professionally. And
then when I was done, I got to eat empanadas, so that was pretty sweet.
Well, give it up for empanadas. Shout out to empanadas and all my friends.
Clappity empanadas.
Yeah, Alex Carabaño, Danny Carabaño, Steve Semenich.
Oh my gosh, I gotta go to Alex's V spot. I gotta go. I gotta check it out. I wish I lived in the city so I could get it delivered.
Yeah, they couldn't get rid of me. Right, they could not get rid of me. I always told them I'm a freegan.
Freegan?
Yeah, because I eat every vegan food that's free.
I hate you.
It was true.
What's her Dara Jamat? She also had a show at a vegan spot.
Yeah. That was like the black vegans, urban vegan restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was always awesome whenever I went there, man. It was like
Dara's great.
Yeah, she's great. Oh man, we gotta thumbs her up.
We gotta clap for Dara. She's amazing. She did when I used to run that show at Star Bar. Mm-hmm. She did my first ever Uprising show. And so I had started 2 shows. I was really excited, like 2 monthly shows at the same bar. Mm-hmm. One was all women and the other was all black people. I'm pretty sure I booked you.
Got it all covered. No, you did.
I did, right? You did. You did.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing it. But that was all during my mental health breakdown. Oh. So I didn't want the shows to die. So I interviewed, found new hosts. Right. So the shows were still going on even without me.
Oh, wow. Way to be a pro. And the show must go on.
The show must go on, man. I didn't want to be the reason it stopped. I didn't want to be the reason that marginalized people didn't have a place to share their voices, like especially in gentrified Brooklyn. I was like, the uprising, people need to hear all of this. That was a hard show to give up because I really loved doing that show.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's not going anywhere. It's there for you to come and claim it again. So
you're right. Shout out to Will Green. He took over it for me.
Right.
He calls himself the last black unicorn, but I think
speaking of unicorn, there you go.
Oh, okay. I'm a unicorn.
Shout outs to him.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah. Anybody else you want to shout out that you miss in comedy and like? Too long the list. Give me your top 5 that you miss. Top 5.
I miss like seeing at shows and stuff.
Yeah. Just because you're a fan of their work.
I miss seeing Ricky Stouffer around because she's like that big sister that is like
Ricky.
Her tough love is like so real, but she, I love her. She's so great.
I love me some Ricky too.
She's awesome. Chewy May.
Chewy.
My road dog, Chewy.
Chewy May. She's always been a big supporter of me. Shout outs to her.
That's the homie right there. Chewy.
Yeah.
Chewy's the definition of down for whatever.
Yeah.
She'll do any show. She'll hang out.
Yeah. She says she's a Swiss Army knife, we call it. You can use her in any capacity that you want. Unfortunately,
you need a gay, you need a lady, you need a gay Asian lady.
Yeah. And she taught me a lesson, Miss Chewy. It was actually on your show because at the time I was doing a joke about like Chinese small penis, and I small hanging fruit, and she followed me and proceeded to dissect in the kindest of ways how she disapproved of that joke. And
clappity.
Yeah. I couldn't. She was a pro about it. I was hurt. I cried. I laughed, and I got the message, and I lost the joke soon after that, just because I was like, I can't afford an Asian person to feel that way anymore.
She's the nicest person. Like,
yeah.
If she said something, then this is what it is.
Yeah, it was, and I took it, and I'm like, okay, I get the message. You didn't have to hurt my feelings.
Dang. Man, so many. What I think is interesting though is there's a couple of comics that I've grown closer to after not doing stand-up anymore, that I stay in touch with. So one of them is Selena Kopak.
Oh.
I love her so much. And Carolyn Castiglia.
Carolyn Castiglia. Her I know big time.
As soon as we can start hugging people again, I need to hug Carolyn. Like, she's the sweetest lady in the world. She's so sweet. And like, we talk more now that I'm not getting on stage all the time and that we can't go outside. And she's just like, hey girl. I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I think she's cool as a person, but I'm also a fan of her stand-up.
Right.
And I'm a fan of hers as a woman, like just as a woman who holds her own, body positive, single mom. She's killing it. Like,
I was gonna say that I've had the honor of meeting her and her daughter at one of Dave Lester's many humor hackers and humor events, the softball event for comedians.
The softball thing,
yeah. It's every August. So shout out to Dave Lester. I gave him my shout out already.
I was gonna say I already mentioned Dave, but I'm like I miss seeing Dave, or I miss Dave's lovable, just like lectures. He's just like, you're my child, and I'm going to, and I'm like, but I'm not. I'm a grown woman. I know you have 1,000 children, but I am not one of them.
That's always a constant fight with like older comedians that see newer comedians. It's just we tend to get that role because I guess kind of in life we will assume that role of like, hey, you know, if
Yeah.
and
But
of course,
I always feel the love, and I actually love that about you because I turned my phone back on. I always love that about you, Tino, because you never got down on me about anything. But I mean, of course, you're the guy who pulled your pants off on stage, so you don't really, you can't really do that. You can't.
Yeah. I've been in
I
a
also
thong on
want to,
stage, so I really my credibility as you know, I don't know.
dude. But as far as just being like, just being in it, like you're the dude, like. Like, if I
Thanks.
went to a mic and you were there, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun, you know, or like, you know. I also want to shout out Chris Hamilton.
Oh, Chris
Um,
Hamilton, yes,
that's
sir.
my boo. That's my
Funny
boo.
guy. That's Grizzly Pear right there.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's making his little um his black boy videos on Instagram talking about
What?
and he's gonna be the next correspondent on the Daily Show. I'm calling it. I'm
What?
calling it.
Oh, Chris Hamilton is on.
Check it out. He's making videos. He's talking about current events. You know, he's
Oh.
very smart. He's very funny. So
Oh,
that's my
yeah.
dude. And I know
Yeah,
I
I
already
didn't know.
shouted out Rashad Bashir, but
I
just
didn't
one more
know. I
time,
didn't know. I
honorable
didn't know.
mention. That's my boy. And
Yeah.
and these are all people that I feel like are family to me. You
Right.
know, and Liz Larkin.
I
You
think this
know,
list is gonna go into the 20s.
no, that's it.
That's it. Liz Larkin, let's give it up for her. Shit, what's her thing? Dinosaur. I don't know. Every time I think of whips and black suits and cat lady.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's her, right?
yeah.
the cat lady of comedy, pretty much.
Yes, she. Yes. Crawling on stage, just drinking milk off of a saucer. Like she's nuts. I love her though. She's my favorite little loon.
Yeah, definitely, man. She's put me on her shows or whatever, so I really
Oh, and
appreciate
Otto's.
her.
Man,
Yeah.
what a place! What a place Otto's is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What
You
a
want to
world!
tell? You want to tell a artist tale? You blushed that time. What happened?
Oh God,
Something happened in the bathroom.
A lot has happened in the back of Otto's.
Give us one, please.
I don't even wanna.
Today on Sobriety Day.
Yeah, right. Like this is like to the days of me drinking LITs at Otto's.
Ooh.
And just
LITs.
yeah.
You said plural?
Like the list of comics I've made out with at Otto's is longer than the list of comics that I just named.
So that was your inspiration point, you know what I mean?
Thank God for sobriety, man. Oh my God.
All right, big ups to all the comedians that were lucky enough to. Timing is everything. Timing is everything.
Yeah. Listen, you just one LIT, just one. I mean, there was more than one, but the one that came after it was enough. You know.
That's the LIT mistake.
Bro. I remember one time somebody was like, "Oh, I live in LIC," and I was like, "LIT? Like, what'd you hear?"
Oh my God.
So funny.
Yeah, LIT ears. Like, I'm about to go there on the LIT, and I know the
LIRR. No,
LIE, Expressway.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah. You should keep that one when you come back.
Thank you. Maybe I'll work. I haven't been doing much writing. Like I'm working on this podcast and I'm working on going back to college I'm gonna try to get, I'm not gonna try, I'm going to get my bachelor's in social work.
There you go.
Because I wanna help people. And so I think as soon as, if I can squeeze in a mic here and there, but I think moving forward the next couple of years, it's just going to be all about getting that degree. Got to get that degree. I need to show my nieces and nephews that I can get that degree. And myself and my parents. And
lead by example.
Straight up. And I got nothing holding me back. I'm single. I don't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm celibate because I don't need any distractions.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Mhm.
So
It's been a lot of
from the
years.
back, so from the back of oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
What were you gonna? What were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying, like, you know, because like from the back of autos to now, it just feels like a drastic,
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
change of life.
Yeah. When my body tells me, like when I decide I can eat as much cake as I want, it's because I went celibate the month before I went sober. And so I celebrated a year of celibacy last month.
Oh wow! Oh
And
my God! You were full of like life.
listen, I'm not sitting up here trying to be a saint either. I'm not trying to get people, I mean, I'm clapping for myself because heaven knows I gave a piece of cake to the mailman today.
That's all we needed to know about you.
But I just am, like I said, I'm going to be 35 this summer, and I'm not putting a timestamp on what my life is supposed to look like at a certain time. I'm not doing that to myself, but I just know that if I am giving the cake away, and I don't mean the cake you eat with a fork.
Call back. Let's give it up for that.
If I am giving that cake away, I want it to be to someone who wants the cake every day for the rest of their life. Like I'm really looking for.
Wow.
Like I would like
someone with a sweet tooth.
Okay. And a good dentist. Because I need that dentist too. But yeah, I feel like I want, you know, and New York is such a hard city to date in. And so I really, like it seems, I feel like it seems really like old school and romantic.
Right.
But like hopeless romantic, like not the cute, you know. But I want to walk down the aisle. I want my dad to give me away.
Oh shit.
And then I want to get it on with my husband. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Very simple. Not asking for much, right?
And I also want that husband to know that I waited for him. Like I didn't wait forever, you know.
Right.
But at the moment that I decided no mas until then.
Right. Oh, that's awesome, man. Damn.
I'm trying.
Yeah. You're being good. Congratulations.
But
you hanging in there? How's that been? I know it's.
When I tell you I want a piece of cake, maybe that's why.
So you replace cake for.
No, actual cake. Like that's like mine. That's my joy. My joy in life now is a piece of cake or a piece of bread pudding or. Yeah. Although today I made hummus and I'm excited about that. Like what's cool is I have so much time to do other stuff. I'm so productive.
You're enjoying the simple things in life. I'm not on
Tinder. Yeah, I'm not on Tinder. I'm not on OkCupid. I'm not dating. I have a lot of time. I'm talking to my friends. Me and my friends are like this now because I'm not blowing them off for a dude, you know. You paused. Did I pause to you? You paused to me.
You paused to me. Are you okay? Are you there? You snapping your finger.
Did you pay your internet bill?
I did. I'm alive over here. I'm still recording. Yeah, everything is still.
Can you hear me?
Oh, is it mine? Oh shit! It might be mine. It might be mine.